Hello and welcome to class. My name is Alex. I am at the McLean location, health fitness specialist. Thank y'all for joining me today. We have kick and push today, all right? So legs and core. Go ahead, grab your weight, you're gonna need it. Of course, you can always make an impromptu resistance contraption, whatever you can come up with if you don't have any weights. But we will be using weights today. It will be most useful. We're going to work a lot on single leg strength today. All right, so we have a variation of lunges, split squats, and single leg exercises. All right, so grab your weight. You won't need a lot because we'll be doing one side, and of course you might not need a lot of weight just since we're doing single side exercises today. All right, so we're going to have 3 pairs of exercises. We'll be working for 90 seconds for each exercise. All right, and then we'll move. We're going to do them twice around, and then we'll go to the next couple. All right, so 2 at a time, 90 seconds, 2 times around, keep it moving. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get warmed up here. I got my watch. Let's go ahead and come to a butt kick just to get your heart rate moving a little bit more. You can move around if you want, go side to side. Bring the knees up, high knees. Light on those feet, light on those feet. Bring it back down. Box yourself a little jog in place. You can march in place. We're gonna come to jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. Bring those, keep jumping. You can always step it out. I'm going to bring the arms out in front. Bring it back down to a jog. I'm going to go into some squats. 3, 2, 1. If you guys notice, I'm always barefoot, or not barefoot, but in my socks while I work out. Love it. Gotta try it if you're able to. Go right into a back lunge. You get more feedback when your feet are on the floor. The flatter the surface, the better, but you kind of got to work your way into it. I don't really wear house shoes. Socks or nothing. All right, gonna open up, come to a sumo squat. Three more, then we'll get into it. All right. So our first exercise is going to be a lunge with a knee drive. All right, so you're gonna grab your weight, step back, back lunge, knee drive. You can bring your foot back down, or you can go from the knee drive straight to the back lunge. Depending on where your balance is what you're gonna do. All right. You can stay on one side all the way throughout, or you can switch halfway through. We'll have the timer. I'll let you know when we're halfway through. After we are halfway through, we're going to go right into a seated hip flexor raise. All right, come to your butt, lift one leg, drop it, lift the other. Straight leg, we're working on the hip flexors. All right, just keep alternating sides. Our ab move is a hip thrust turn. I'll demo that once we get there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. We're starting off with the hip thrust lunge. Or hip lunge with the knee drive, good Lord. So since we're going through twice, I'm going to stay on the same leg. And the second time around, I'll switch. Remember, when we get halfway through, we have that seated hip flexor raise. And when you do that knee drive, stick it. Do your best to stick it. I have my arm out for balance. You can do that if you need. We're going to switch in 5 seconds here. All right. Switching exercises. Got that seated hip flexor raise. All right, so just come down to the floor, lift, and lift. You can use your hands for support if you need. Otherwise, try to go with no hands. And the knee drive with that lunge is working the hip flexors. We're working the hip flexors here too as well. All right, so that's what this first set is about. Bringing a lot more attention to the hip flexors. Straighten your feet out, straighten your legs out. I'll show you the hip thrust turn in a second. All right. Lay back, hip thrust position. You're going to lift your hips, twist, and reach. All right, you come down to the other side, twist, and reach. All right, we got this for the entire 90 seconds. Keep those hips up. We're getting a little love with the legs here too as well. Good. The slower you go with that turn, the more you'll feel it. You'll also feel it in your glutes and your obliques. Of course, you don't need any weights here. Just working on coordination, balance, and range of motion. Resist the turn as you fall back to the mat. Bring your mat back, slow it down. That's where you'll have a great opportunity to feel it in your obliques. All right. So we're right back to the top. Switching legs with the lunge and the knee drive. Here we go. My right leg is definitely much stronger. Not much stronger, but it's my stronger leg. So try to grip the floor with your toes. Again, if you can bring your foot back down before you go back into that lunge. Or you can keep it off the floor to really test your balance. Try to keep your chest up. Keep that torso nice and tall. We'll be switching exercises in about 5 seconds. When you bring that knee up, bring that toe up too. All right, switch it up, switch it up. And just like before, trying to come up and down so quick, try to own that rep. So lift and drop. And try not to lean back each time you lift your legs. All right. Keep your core nice and tight. Take your time. If you got ankle weights or resistance bands you can put around your ankles, keep that in mind for this move in the future because it will return. Time. All right. Hip thrust with the turn. Here we go. Bring those heels to your butt. Do your best to keep your hips up. Do your best to try not to slide around. But that's also why I'm telling you to slow the twist down. When you bring your back to the mat, slow that down as much as possible, and you'll reduce how much you move. You should be feeling this in your obliques. And your glutes. A little bit of your hamstring too. Come on guys, keep it up. Keep those hips up. Take a break, drop to the ground if you need to. Moving on to the next couple. Still gonna need your weight. All right, so we have a single leg sit to stand. All right, so if you have a step or a small stool or something of that sort, you're gonna wanna use it. I'm gonna go grab mine. Perfect. So you don't have to have a stool or a chair like mine, but just something where you can have a reference point for your butt, whether that be a couch, doesn't matter. All right. What you're gonna do is come up to a single leg, squat down, and up. All right. That's what we got. Use your weight if you want to. You don't have to if you don't need it or if it's too much. And then we have calf raises after that. And our ab exercise is reverse crunch. All right, so here we go. Staying on the same leg, we got 2 rounds. Here we go. So take your time, tap, and come up. You don't want to put all your weight down. Just tap, graze, and come up. Tap, and come up. Good. Keep your hips. Do what you can to keep your hips level. Try to keep that chest up. You don't want your hip to pop out to the side. By keeping it level, this is what we want. All right, keep those hips level. Last rep, and then we're going right into the calf raises. All right, calf raises. You can do this with or without weight, up to you. But as you lift your heels, do it slowly. All right, try not to rush. As I said before, the calf is a slow twitch muscle. So we have to train it as such. Especially if you're a runner, do it with control. Don't want to do it frantically. Don't want to bounce. Just like everything we do your best to own every rep. We're going to reverse crunches. All right, let's go for the whole 90 seconds. Resist gravity as you bring the legs back down. Keep those legs bent. You want to generate the movement from here, not your legs. All right, try to pull your abdomen to your face. And again, resist gravity as you come down. Control your breathing. Exhale as you lift. And as you come down. Use your arms for stability, for support. Push your arms into the ground so that way you can counteract your legs. Woo. All right. Back up to the single leg sit to stand. We're switching legs now. I was on my left, I'm going to go to my right, and then we've got the calf raises after. Remember, tap and up. Don't want to place your weight on the stool, your seat. You don't want to place your weight on your seat. Try to get a height that matches your strength and range of motion. Keep those hips level. Try not to let that knee, don't let your knee fall inside, or you don't want your knee to come in this way. Keep your shin up and down. Last one. All right, calf raises. And if you want to keep doing that single leg sit to stand, feel free. Just alternate each leg so that way you're even. And if you have weight, try not to put it down. All right, you'll do a little bit more work if you hold on to that weight the whole time. All right, so the second move is designed so that you can hold on to your weight because the exercise is a little bit easier. 10 seconds and then we're going to the reverse crunch. Taking your time, owning every rep. Reverse crunch. All right. Generate that momentum from the abs, not the legs. Bring your belly button to your face. Do what you can to slow down gravity. Woo. Good job, guys. Exhale on your way down. Whew. Almost there. We got 15 seconds. Keep it up. All right. Ugh. Last couple. Last pair. All right. So we have a split squat, and we're going to have Tibialis Anterior toe raises. All right, so I'll demo both of those moves for you guys. So for the split squat, I prefer to start at the bottom so you can get your self in the proper position. Easy, 90 degrees at the front, 90 degrees at the back. All right, try not to have your foot in front of the other foot. Have it as if you're standing. All right, the width as if you're standing. And you're just gonna push up on that front leg. Back leg is used to stabilize. All right, so you can come here. All right, if you want, you can do a plyometric split squat. All right, but that's only if you're an expert. All right, So you're gonna keep that back leg planted. You're gonna push up, drive that knee up. All right? Again, I'm not gonna be doing that move the whole time because you're gonna try to keep it even, but that's just the way to make it more difficult. Tibialis Anterior raises. You're going to come on a wall. Oh, you guys can't see me. Come on a wall, butt on the wall, shoulders off the wall, and you're going to lift your toes off of the floor. You're going to feel that in the opposite side of your shins. All right, so you're going to feel that in the front of your shin. All right, so those are our two moves. Then our ab move, bent leg torso lifts. I'll show you that as well. All right, so here we go. And if you're going to be doing the plyometric split squat, I would recommend that you don't do it with weight. Do it with body weight. All right, so still single leg stuff today for our main movements. Keep that torso upright, keep that chest lifted. All right. For this move right here, we don't have to put the toe or put the knee far over the toe, but you can if you want, if you have the range of motion. 5 seconds and we're switching it up to the anterior. Cool. Here we go. Tibialis anterior, butt on the wall. Back is off the wall. Lift your toes off the floor. The further you put your feet away from the wall, the harder it'll be. And the closer you put your feet to the wall, the easier it'll be. All right, so just like the calf raises, control each tempo, or control the tempo, control each rep. All right, so lift, squeeze, feel that contraction, and relax. All right, so you're gonna want to straighten your legs out for this one as well. Ooh, heel slide. Just about there. All right. Bent, so you're on your back. Gonna bend your knees. You're gonna lift the hands, lift and fall. It's just like a crunch, but you're just lifting your arms as well and back down. All right. Lift, hold, back down. Lift, hold, back down. All right, really working those upper abs, back down. Since we just did the reverse crunch, that gets the lower abs. Here, we're gonna get the upper. Lift, hold, back down. Lift, hold, and back down. All right, so you're lifting, trying to lift your upper torso off the mat. Lift, hold, and back down. You can always bring your feet to the floor. If this is getting challenging for you, lift, hold, back down. But that's where you want to feel it. Lift, hold, back down. Upper abs, lift, hold, back down. You can always bring your hands to your head as well if you're getting a little fatigued. But extending the arms will make it a little bit harder. That's exactly why we want to do it this way. What we got? 10 seconds. Lift, hold, back down. Lift, hold, back down. All right. Back to the top. Switching up the legs for the split squat. You can work in the plyo if you want. And then we're going to go back to that toe raise on the wall. And then back to our torso raises on the floor. And then we'll be all done. All right, here we go. Remember, torso's up high. Bring those shoulder blades back. Pop the chest out. Drop your hips straight down and straight back up. Keep those hips level by squeezing those glutes, keeping those glutes nice and tight. Open your width if you need to. You don't want to have your feet directly in front and behind one another. You want to have a width that's very similar to your walking posture. All right, we got 5 seconds. We're going to go to that toe raise on the wall. All All right, there we go. Again, butt's on the wall, back is off the wall, lift the toes off the floor. The higher you go off the floor or from the wall, the further you go from the wall, the harder it will be. Just don't slip like I am right now. Use your mat. And if you are barefoot or got socks on, it'll feel better too. Alright? So lift those toes as high as you can. Again, you're going to feel it in the front of your shin. Alright, and that's time. Back onto the ab exercise. Okay, so bent legs, arms up. Lift, hold, back down. Rest, or bring your back down nice and gently, as opposed to just dropping. All right, just like everything else, control your body when gravity is pulling on it. Lift, hold, back down. All right, so we're going for that hold to really target the upper abs. Instead of just cranking out a crunch, we're trying to reduce the amount of extension in our lower back and forcing flexion and holding that crunch, all right? Lift, hold, back down. Make sure you're breathing here too. On your way down, inhale. On your way up, exhale. Try to lift your shoulders off the ground as high as you can. And of course, holding it. The arms straight prevent us from using momentum. All right. Whew, that definitely burned. My abs are burning. So with the combination of that hip thrust with the turn, we get the obliques, reverse crunches, we get the lower abs, that torso lift, we get the upper abs. All right, so your abs should be burning. You should definitely feel some fire in your thighs as well. Feel free to go back and play it again. If you want to get a little bit more burn, if you want to try out that plyo split squat, and just the different modifications that you can do to make those moves a little bit more challenging. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stretch. So come to the left quad here. And by the way, you know, the way you feel after these is going to be heavily dependent upon how strong you are and how much resistance you have. You could have even used, you know, resistance bands with these. Switch. Whew. My heart rate gets up a lot higher when I have lighter weight because I'm doing more reps. And when I have like heavier weight, like I have my kettlebells today, I get a little bit more winded. My heart rate doesn't get up as high, but I feel more winded. I feel more burn when I have lighter weight. And relax. Bring those feet together. Fold over. Nice and slow. So let me know what moves you guys enjoy. As always, let me know what moves you guys did not enjoy. If you want me to give another modification on how to make something easier or harder, let me know what your preference is, what move you would like, and I'll make sure we get to it. Come up nice and slow. Come to a straddle position. Bring the left hand down the left leg. Bring the right arm up. Bring the right hand down to join the left hand on the left leg. Roll over to the middle. On over to the right. Bring the right hand to the right ankle. Bring the left hand up. Fold that left hand down. Join the left hand to the right hand on the right ankle. Squeeze those quads. Bring that chest to the floor. Back over to the middle. Go ahead, come to your bottom. Right leg over left and pull. Hope you guys track that workout on your smartwatch or whatever device you have. Switch it up. Hopefully your rings or your goal is closer to being met. Close those rings for my Apple Watch users. And relax. All right. Flip on over. Bring the hips down. Stretch out the abs. Come into Cobra. Squeeze the glutes. All right. And push back all the way up. And you are good to go. So thank you guys for joining me today for Kick and Push. Hope to see you next week for Kick and Push on Monday at 12:15. All right, so let me know what you guys thought of the class. Any feedback is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time. Holla.